Hello, and thank you for joining us today, and welcome to our presentation on the new GPIT service for Hampshire and the Isle of Wight. As this is a live webinar, we can't unfortunately see you or hear you, but there is a Q&A option, which you should see at the top of your screen to the right hand side. There's a button you can press. If you have any questions you wish to ask, you can ask them either anonymously by ticking a button, ticking a box, or giving your name, and we will answer those questions if we get any at the end of the presentation. Thank you. Firstly, quick introductions. Hopefully you're aware that Healthcare Computing and Arden and GEM CSU have formed a partnership and have been appointed as the new provider of GPIT services in the Hampshire and Isle of Wight area from the 1st of July, which is Thursday next week. My name is Matthew Trudgill and I'm the Customer Account Director at Healthcare Computing.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nigel Columbine. I'm the IT Director at Arden and GEM CSU.
This slide just gives you a quick overview to introduce the partnership as organisations. Hopefully a lot of you will be familiar with us at Healthcare Computing, as we've been your IT support provider for the past 20 years. We are an organisation that supports many GP practices across different CCGs across the southwest of England. Over to you, Nigel.
Thank you, Matt. Arden and GEM CSU is one of the 5 national CSUs. We have a customer footprint as far south as your own organisations, up to the northwest of England, with a significant footprint across the Midlands and East as well.
This slide just gives you an overview of our combined operations to hopefully reassure you that you're in safe hands for the services that will be being delivered. Between our organisations, we have over 400 IT specialists. We support over 52,000 users, and if you look at the bottom right corner, you'll see some help desk key metrics which are across both organisations. Just a snapshot from 1 month, just to show you the kind of size and scale of what we deliver on a monthly basis. Nearly 25,000 help desk contacts, 92% fixed remotely, and most importantly 93% of users rating the service excellent or very good, which we're very proud of. This presentation today is going to cover the 6 core services that are to be delivered under this new contract, starting with the GP IT service element, projects and change, training, registration authority, information governance, and cyber security. So first, with the GPIT service, our partnership will be providing you with a knowledgeable and friendly help desk service, offering fast and reliable solutions. The service will include things you'll be familiar with, such as telephone, remote and on-site support. There'll be an enhanced customer portal where you'll be able to view all your practice incidents, your assets, SLAs, escalation routes, global issues, and we have self-help videos or links to self-help videos which are on our YouTube channel for those that wish to try and learn to fix some things themselves. There's also in this new contract support for PCNs, we're delighted to say, and there's also enhanced resolve and fix times and extended hours of opening, including an emergency 24/7 service, which I'll cover later. And there is still also a secure IT waste disposal service. There's a projects and change section of this, which is delivered by both parts of the partnership. So our teams have many years of experience managing and delivering both routine projects and more complex ones. The kind of projects that we deliver annually include the capital IT program, practice moves and mergers, clinical system migrations, the implementation of new clinical applications from GPIT Futures Catalogue and elsewhere, and then things like your normal GPIT bids, e.g. converting a storeroom to new clinical room and putting in all the required equipment, cabling, etc. Over to you, Nigel.
Thank you, Matt. So this is the first of 5 slides from me. This one relates to the clinical systems training team. So you'll benefit from a new starter and advanced clinical systems training. Variety of methods, typically, obviously over the last 15 months this has been remote based, but typically this would be classroom, one-to-one on some bases, but any way that suits your needs. Over the years, this is a long established team within the CSU. So over the years we've built a data accreditation and systems optimization program. What that essentially means is that we've got a dedicated team of professionals that will optimize the utilization you can get out of your clinical systems, coach mentor you into that, so we can take you through those 2 programs there. You'll be supported by project planning and and implementation support for clinical systems, and we offer a daily advice line for queries and support. Throughout the year, you'll also benefit from a series of system functionality webinars as well. Thank you, Matt. Registration authority you'll be very familiar with. It's as you would expect it to be in terms of the issuing of new and replacement smart cards. One thing we found to work and be really useful in the years of experience that we have in this area is the training of local RA agents, sponsors and administrators. That's a good complement to the central support that the team offers. You'll benefit from maintenance, configuration of smart cards and guidance covering all aspects of care identity service and smart card use. You'll get software support for national systems, including, for example, Identity Agent and CIS, and we offer CIS reporting as well. This is the first of two slides. This one specifically is information governance in the round. The next one is DPO. So the team that we have is an accredited information governance and DPO service, offering expert advice around GDPR, Data Protection Act, security directives and standards, support and provide advice for those within the practice for managing and investigating IT significant events and incidents, those have an IG implication for the practice. We offer advice and support to practices in the completion of DSP toolkit reviews and training above and beyond that as well for practices. We offer support and provide advice for those within the practice for managing, investigating breaches, significant events, and IG advice for projects as well, including a review of DPIAs and DSAs prior to the DPO approval as well, and an annual review process, looking at those issues which may have caused IG breaches or near misses, and support with identifying improvements. Thank you, Matt. The named data protection officer within my organisation is our head of the unit, and that's a lady called Judith Jordan. Judith is also the deputy DPO for NHS England, but whatever means of communication into that team through phone or email or otherwise, every single member of that team is trained and accredited as a data protection officer, so you get the same level of quality and support irrespective of who you speak with. We offer support to practices for data protection queries and advice, review and approval of DPIAs and DSAs, advice on complex, sensitive and contentious GDPR and data protection issues is a standard part of the service, as is acting as a point of contact for data protection issues with the ICO. We have long established good quality relationships with the ICO and support you with respect to that, including consulting with the ICO where proposed processing does present a high risk, so we support with that as well. Thank you, Matt. And the last one from me, this is a service that is jointly provided by our partnership in terms of cyber security, and you'll benefit from management of high severity cyber security incidents, the provision of audit and investigative services, a regular reporting with respect to your cyber posture, and of course best practice advice and guidance as well, and evidence to support DSPT requirements as well. And through the partnership we offer specialist cyber security knowledge as part of our standard deliverable. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Nigel. This slide gives you an overview of the agreed service levels in the new GPIT contract. Don't worry that the details are fairly small on the screen. We are recording these presentations, and you will be sent a link to the presentation afterwards, so you can share it with anybody else or watch it again. Also, we have sent out to every practice, which you should have now received this week, a welcome pack, which would include in it some hard copies of an overview of the service, giving you some of the high level detail that we've given you in this presentation, plus also support posters which cover the resolution times you can see on the left with the different SLA levels and fixed times, and then also the escalation routes, as well as all the contact details, which I'll come on to in a moment. There is also a dedicated mobilisation website which will remain live post the go live date. What we've done here is again given you an overview of the 6 service areas that are being delivered, and there is in each one of them a frequently answered question section where we've kind of gathered all of the questions we've been asked in previous mobilisations in other areas, plus questions we've been asked during this mobilisation. And whenever we get them, we're adding them to the list and adding in our responses as well. So please do go to the website, to that section, and have a look if you've got any queries about the new service. If you can't find the answers you want there, then there is also a dedicated email address, which is mobilisation@healthcarecomputing.co.uk, and we will answer any questions you have as well. Thank you. Finally, the details that will be in the support packs that have gone out to you, which is all the details about how you can contact the service. Please note, the most important is that there is a new dedicated local call number just for the Hampshire, Southampton and Isle of Wight service, which is the 0345 local number that you can see on your screen there. This is also on stickers that will come out in the pack as well, so you can stick them. I think there are 30 per practice, so you can put them onto monitors and places where people can get familiar with the new number. The existing old shared number, which is shared with other IT services that we provide, will be retired over the following months, but you will be able to use it in the interim. But please do get familiar and use the new one. There's also the support email address, the portal and frequently asked questions addresses, and the website address. And please also note the new service desk hours, which are improved and enhanced with an 8 till 8 p.m. Saturday, Sunday extended service for those open, and also an emergency high severity incident service, which is 24/7, which again is contacted via the main number and then by choosing the correct option. So that's the end of our presentation. Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to hand over very briefly to Richard Hire, our head of service, as I haven't got visibility of the questions, and if there have been any, Richard will run through those now. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Nigel. Really interesting presentation there. I can confirm there has been no new questions. Hopefully we've picked the questions up throughout the presentations we've done to the practice managers throughout the last couple of weeks. But yeah, no new questions today. Thank you.
Okay, well, that just leaves us to say thank you all again for joining us today, and we look forward to supporting you on the new contract from the 1st of July. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.